Hello, everyone, and welcome to Thrifty and Slippy, the Slippy and Thrifty show.
Hello.
I can never get that right. Slippy and Thrifty show. All right, because you know why? I always do videos and I say, "Welcome to the." You're watching Thrifty Kniffy.
You're watching.
Anyway, so you're watching the Slippy and Thrifty show, episode number 93?
Is it? Wow.
Yeah. Well, are we going to do a celebration from when we get to 100?
Yeah, gonna have a party.
All right. It's a party at Sean's house.
Yeah, party at Sean's house.
Party in the shed.
I mean,
Party in the shed.
7 weeks. Let me sort of.
Well, I'll virtually party with you. How about that?
It could be potentially 1, 2, 3, 4.
Okay, so let's get straight into the knife news. I don't want to waste your time. Let's try to back the slides up because they weren't arranged properly. I didn't know that was going to happen. So we're doing a 4-man panel, chooses their own knife topic. So what we're going to do is to start with Matt and then go to Mikey and then Sean and then myself. We're all each going to have our own topic today. But let's get into the knife news. Really?
Knife news. Oh, we've got the tunes.
Not a lot to really talk about. We have the April Buck of the Month come out this week. It's a fixed blade.
Meh.
Is it the compadre? Compadre?
Believe so.
Yeah, it's a nice knife. That I've got it in 420, I think it is.
So yeah, that's pretty expensive. $225.
Yeah,
The sheath looks nice though.
Yeah, I don't even know that they're sold out yet. And this was released on early in the week.
Is it Magna Cut?
It is Magna Cut. It is.
It's not Magna Cut and micarta. Very nice.
Mm-hmm.
Nice combo.
And still available at Case and other Case outlets. We have the.
How is this still available?
Very fancy John Deere.
I would own one of those.
No,
for $132.
Not for that price.
Get yours today with the beautiful blade edge.
Not for the price, but if someone was buying it for me,
no one's going to buy that. Actually,
nothing makes me want to run away from a knife quicker than John Deere.
Well, even it's more the fact that it's generic text, John Deere.
Yes. Today's English word of the week is overcompensating. Okay. So let's figure out why that is.
Are we having an English word of the week now?
We have some video storage, possibly. No, we do not. Hold on just a moment. I'm so prepared today. It's been a hell of a week. While we wait for that, vamp. Sing for us, Mikey.
What genre would you like? I'm currently into neo-classical jazz fusion punk.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Aware of that. Huh. Okay. Let's hear a little bit of that.
Me and Sean started like a duo, didn't we, Sean?
Well, that was the a mix between classical and rap music, wasn't it?
Crap music, you mean?
Crap, yeah.
Crap music.
You take that back, Sean.
All right, so here's Matt.
All right, so where are we? What booth are we at? The Blade Bar. Oh my God! Retract it. All right, give it one more shot.
All right, so there we have that fun little video that I've been meaning to show for weeks, and I keep forgetting. So
can I just point out that Matt's not wearing a black T-shirt?
I know,
right?
Isn't that crazy?
All right, so where are we?
Crazy.
What booth are we at? The Blade Bar. Oh my God! Retract it.
It's worth noting that thing was actually sharp.
All right, give it one more shot.
Yeah, the real deal, isn't it?
Ugh!
That guy doing the horns kind of worse than me looking like an idiot.
Right.
We
So
should get
there
that
you
for Judd, shouldn't we?
Oh,
There's our knife
can you
news for this week.
When he presses the button, he just takes off. And then
Shoot him back.
I fully expected him to like get yanked
Oh,
backwards.
It had some spring on it. It certainly did.
All right, so let's do roll call. Let's see who we have in the room. Let's start at the beginning here. We have Blade Lord, Chris. He's waiting. We have Tony. Hello, Tony. Slip Joint Sawyer. Hello.
Hello.
Cherrick, our moderator. Hello, Cherrick.
Is that our good moderator?
That's
No.
the best one we've got right now.
That is the best. Chirk is the best we've got. He's orange and he's Dutch, and we love him.
Well, we got Chris. He's not bad when he's in a better mood. Peter Tiffany, Slippy, how you doing? It's good to see you. These Tiffers is saying hello to everyone.
Tiffers.
Tiffers. We got Fictional Iceland. How you doing, buddy? Scott the Blades. Andrew. Hello, Andrew.
Is that the Tired Tiger?
We do have Andrew in the house.
Do we
So
have the
get
sound
that.
effect still for Tired Tiger?
We do, because he's worthy.
Oh, yeah. That makes the whole show just worth it for that. Just to hear.
Right?
Yeah.
Good old tiger. All right.
Yeah.
Let's see. We have Gordon Vandeville. How you doing, Gordon? What else we have in there? Elin, how you doing, Elin?
Elando's got a new knife.
Yeah.
Yes, terrible
Elin
blade.
says John Deere up the rear.
Thanks for that.
Mrs. Naked Sean. Hello, Lynn, back there in the background.
Hello, Lou.
Joy is here. Hello,
There she
Joy.
is. There she
Hello,
is.
Joy.
Joy.
We've got Rob Tinring, Joy. I haven't gotten to yet, but hello already. Mike McLaughlin. How you doing, buddy? And it just skipped way down, so I don't know if I missed some people or not. Kathleen, how you doing? Good to see you in here. Joy, there you are. How you doing, Joy? Hope everyone has a wonderful day. Hope you're having a wonderful day, Joy. We got Amber Lamps up in the house. How you doing? Holden. Splitting Slices. Guys and Dolls.
Mr. Kennedy.
And I think that's everyone. If I missed anybody, I apologize. It's been skipping around a bit. But there you have it. So, says we have 27, so there's a few more people in here that haven't commented, apparently. But we are going to have a go-round of different random topics chosen by our panel. What did you decide to choose, Mr. Matthew?
Penknives.
Pen knives. Interesting.
Very
Okay.
interesting. Intriguing.
All right, let's see what you got. The show is all yours for the next 10 minutes.
10. I've
9,
Can you
8,
fill 10 minutes?
7,
Good.
6.
good.
Do you need more time or less?
No, we can just do a bit each. I haven't got to be 10 minutes. You can do like a couple minutes, come back. And later on.
No. We're just going to go
All right.
straight
These
10
are,
minutes of
these are
Slippy.
my pen knives. I used to have lots more, but I got bored of them, so I sold
Don't
lots.
start this.
Can we ask him questions about his penknives as he
He
shows?
starts the monotone talk like he's trying to be boring on purpose. No, we're not doing this.
Okay. This one isn't really a penknife, but it's penknife size. But this was a gift from Mikey.
Oh,
Where you
what
are?
was that?
I'd say
You're in this.
at least a year and a half ago.
I don't remember that.
This is it's a tiny, tiny little Imperial Stockman, but it's penknife sized. So that's why it lives in with the penknives. I know it's not a penknife, but that's just where it lives. This is a cool little one that I picked up when I think it might have been the first trip to Hemswell. It's a little tailor's eyewitness. It's mother of pearl little quill knife, I would say that is. But
Yeah,
I've never,
probably. Lovely.
never seen like something tailor's eyewitness for that sort of size. But thought that was really cool. And it's got, has it got? No, it hasn't got. It's got nice lined bolsters though, but it really needs a clean up. But for the age of it, it's still got great snap on it. I don't know what it is about pen knives. I know we all have lots of them, especially Sean and Mikey. I know they've got a lot as well. I don't know what the attraction is, but whenever we see one out, I've been trying very hard not to just buy them because they're always the cheapest and they're always seem to be the ones in the best condition. This is another gift from Mikey. This was a John Watts.
Yeah.
Little pen knife, and then it's got a little frog on the tang, which I think is really cool.
Got a frog tang stamp. That I've never seen that before.
I think that's excellent. And they've always got excellent snap, especially the British ones. They've always got crazy snap. But it's the perfect sort of knife if you know, in like an office environment or you're not into huge knives. These are perfect. It's like a 5th pocket carry as well. Some of them are really slender. And this one's just the kind with like the solid steel covers.
I really like them. I really like those.
And then something else that's not a pen knife, but it's made by Richards that were big on making just pen knives, to be honest, for quite a long time. And John, this is one you picked up when we were in Texas. This is my one. It's almost like a little advertising knife as a camp knife, I would say. Because it's got all the camp knife tools, but I mean, I don't know how useful they're going to be. But it's a nice engine turn. Got a nice little plain line there. Same on that side as well. It's got sort of like a main blade, pen blade, a small flathead screwdriver, and a little tin opener, which I can't imagine would open a tin ever. And then you can go completely the other end of the scale, and you can have ones that are nearly the same size as a full-size knife. This is stuck. Brilliant. It's a good start. This is a Worstenholme, but this is a very sort of large for a pen knife. If we get a rule. So this is a 3 3/4 inch pen knife. That's in Buffalo. But it just varies. You can have one that's small to be a 5th pocket, or you can have ones that will, you know, I could easily do my entire day with something like that. I mean, I probably could with most of the little pen knives, but I don't know, something about the sort of the larger size ones. They just feel a bit more comfortable in the hand, and you get a lot more use out of them. There's another one that needs a good cleanup, but this is a IXL.
Not that I'm necessarily prepared to debate the topic. Just kind of want to point this out, but isn't there some sort of size limitation on a pen knife? I think when you get to that size, you just becomes like a 2-bladed jack, right? Equal-ended jack.
Should it not be bigger than your pen?
For me, these are all still pen knives, but you know, everyone calls them.
You call them what you want. I'm not saying you can't call them that. I'm just pointing out.
I get like some of them are definitely, I would say, are way bigger than the pen knife size.
Yeah.
They just look like they should be called a pen knife.
Right.
I think this one is my favorite, and this was a pickup from last weekend. We went to Elsica, and this is the Brooks Bank pen knife with that really nice sort of bar shield jig bone.
That's a really nice one.
Yeah, this one's fantastic. This one cleaned up really good. Nice edge on it. There's a nice small pen blade in there as well. But that's a 3.5 inch, that one. But I'd never heard of the brand before, and just intrigued by it. It's absolutely fantastic. And the snap is still great on it as well. And it's nice to see. I really enjoy the ones. I've got an example. So we'll use this one. Well, this is a William Rogers. So you can see how the main blade sort of stops here. Sort of like 3/4 of the length of the knife. But I really enjoy the ones where the main blade is the whole length, like a full-size blade. I don't know what it is. I just seem to prefer those ones. Because these are pretty much the same size knife. Maybe like, I don't know, 1/8 of an inch off. But if you compare the blades...
Yeah.
But then I would say this is more of a pen knife than this one. But I just prefer the larger blade on it. I think it just looks much better. This one's one that Mikey picked up for me. Mother of Pearl, William Rogers. Just apologise, these are all the British ones. This is the British penknife box. So, sorry, John, it's Sheffield heavy.
I find it quite amazing how you can remember where most of them come from. After about 6 weeks, I've forgotten.
Yeah. Well, I can tell that. Shut up, Seagull.
Jeez.
This one was from Hemswell as well. This is Vulcan T. Ellen. This is in Buffalo as well. This one is a really good buff on that buffalo. You can see how it's sort of misted out. Quite a bit of use on the blades of this one. You can see the sharpening choil down here is pretty much gone. It's got like a smile, but plenty of blade left to use.
Have you tried putting some mineral oil on that, like a buffalo? It really starts to bring it back again.
This is one I haven't done anything with yet. I've just put them back in this case so I know where they are, but I've got a big pile of pen knives I'm going to do some work on tomorrow. This is another one where you can see the horn is sort of ruined. And you can see
it's not ruined, it just kind of fades out, doesn't it?
But this was the Mulberry. Sean, do you remember that Mulberry Cutlery Sheffield?
Yes, yeah.
That was Hemswell as well. But this one needs a good clean up, so it's one on the pile. But I really like the shield on this one, like the sort of oval style shield.
Got some questions here. You want to take one of these?
Go on.
Can you not see the screen? When does a thin knife become a spear point?
Over a certain size, I would say.
Size-wise.
Wow. That's encouraging.
I mean, I don't know. I just enjoy them.
I find the pen knife to be quite slim, as a spear point tends to have quite a wider blade.
Yeah.
So you can get that spear on it. A pen knife tends to be quite a slim blade.
The other question was, what was the name of your pet seagull?
Stephen.
Derek.
Stephen Seagull.
Stephen Seagull. Oh, God.
It don't get any better than this. Strap in, boys.
This is one I know John likes.
Applause for Mikey. I love the joke.
Thank you, John. I'm glad you appreciate it.
Yeah. This is one from Newark when we went to the antique fair. This is William Rogers. I'll wait for the clapping to stop.
Does Matt need to continue?
Aww.
Matt, you're doing a fine job, sir.
Well, there's lots of blading going on.
Yeah, that's probably Tony blading Wales.
Yeah, it's just Tony. You know how cantankerous he can be.
FFS.
Yes.
But this is quite an unusual one because it's squared off and there's no bolsters. So whoever pinned this, congratulations, because I would have cracked this buffalo immediately. On the back, you've got a nice clear bit. I love the shield on that. It almost reminds you like the leather mark you get when it's genuine leather.
Yeah, it does, doesn't it?
And it's got all these have got great snap on them. This is part of that massive haul we got in Newark when we kind of all went a bit nuts.
There's another one from Thomas. You want to take that?
Sure.
When did we go a bit nuts in Newark?
What do you mean?
What, we went nuts?
Yeah, I spent 310 quid. Interested in Taylor's eyewitness quality. There's a couple like to get based on prices. GEC level plus they seem. Okay, the GEC price ones, Thomas, don't bother. Absolute waste of money. They are mirror polished, so every time you touch it, you have to clean it, and they're just too fancy. If you want the Taylor's eyewitness, get this one.
That is the best. I love that one.
It's the same steel. It's built the same way. Quality is excellent. Yeah, there's a little tiny gap here, but nothing major. And the action on it. And this is, what is this in the UK, 40?
38.40, yeah.
So like $50. Much better knife, in my opinion. Satin blade. Nice bolster stamp. Nice sort of hardwood on there.
Hang on. We've got a flash boy.
John's got his flash boy out.
John's got his Lee White custom out. Look, he's just going to wave it back.
That's the TW100. Yes, that's right, Stuart. Yeah.
And John's got the TW100 Premium.
Yeah. Spenny.
Spenny.
TW100S.
Yeah, Spenny.
Yeah.
SS, Super Spenny. Oh, he's just took out Sawyer.
This is what he just said about the gift that he gave me.
I love you, knife.
Yeah, it's a great knife, but it's too fingerprinty. I would never use it. And the cheap one I like to abuse, so I prefer that one.
Matt, he's an abuser, John. You must admit. He's definitely
He's
an abuser.
abusive to his friends, I will say.
If you're going to give me a knife, you don't give me a polished blade because it will look like ass within
What
a
was
week.
the last Ashley Harrison that you bought? Was that polished?
Yeah, it was actually. I've kept it nice.
No, you never.
This is about a week old.
Yeah, but it's not stainless steel, is it? It's just highly polished 01. Oh my God, look at that. Well, that's not going to show any fingerprints then anymore, is it?
Good God.
Yeah, I'm going to worry about that. And the bolster's also patinaed somehow with my thumbprint.
Nicely done, sir. That was a beautiful knife. And now you're just going to have to send that to me so I can look after it.
Here's Sean on the patina of that knife.
What did you do to it, Sean? What did you do to it?
I didn't do a thing.
He did all the things to it. He touched it. I watched him.
I've just got
Sean's touched me as well.
All right, we kind of hijacked you. Get back on rhythm here.
I got a couple ones here that are all very similar, but have their own sort of.
Yeah, there you go. That's probably the best idea.
Yep. They're all similar, but got their own sort of different takes. So they're all their ends, different manufacturers, but all very, very similar. I have Xenomorph sweat. So these four are all. How am I going to show four at the same time? These four are all bare-ended pen knives. So you just get the pin covers, but I would say these are the most sort of quintessential British. When you think of a pen knife, it's something like this: a larger pen blade, a smaller pen blade, some brass liners, and some sort of synthetic cover, or maybe ivorine, or if you're very lucky, you might find one in like mother of pearl or bone. But for me, that's quintessential pen knife. Fifth pocket carry, I don't know, suit carry, fancy carry, whatever you want to use.
That's the kind of knife that Tony likes to give out as gifts.
Well, where'd you say that? Would it be one like this?
I don't know. I never got one.
Yeah, I didn't get one either. I had to buy mine.
Oh, okay. Well, obviously, Tony has two groups of friends, the one with and the one without.
Yeah.
The intersectum and then the other.
Exactly.
The intersectum, not the rectum.
Intersectum.
Not the sanctum. Just the intersectum.
This is the ivorine I was speaking about. So that's just basically faux ivory. You can generally tell by the lines are quite straight and regimented down it.
Yeah.
You see that there. This one's got a bit of a chip in the corner, but nice cutout on the front. Nice little shield. What one was this one? This was Bennett and Heaton or something like that. I guess it's quite worn. But again, the build quality of them is just so much better, especially these older ones. That's not a pen knife, really. This is one that's actually going to make its way to John very soon. You'll probably tell by the color.
That's a sleevey boards.
And it's not even. Normally, these ones have got like the you would think it's wrapped covers, but it's not. These are pinned on. It's like a solid sort of acrylic on there. And this is a IXL. Going to give it a good clean up before it goes, because there's a bit of a rust forming on the back of the blade there. But the blades are still full. The snap is excellent on the tool. And that's what John means by sleeve board. So you have like a fat end and it sort of tapers down to a thinner end.
Oh yeah, Sean was telling me about those earlier.
What's that?
Having a fat end.
Oh,
Break it down into a finer tip.
are we still all talking about the same thing?
Knives, pen knives.
Okay, that's okay then. Because for a minute it sounded like you were talking about something else.
Do you have more?
I've got about 100.
Okay.
I thought he was cutting down on his knives, but he's still got like 11,500 million gazillion.
All right,
Yeah.
well, you used up your 10 minutes.
Okay. Well, I want to.
No,
show
you didn't. You still had 3 minutes left.
Okay.
No, you didn't. We're just pulling your leg.
This is one of my favorite ones, and you probably see why.
Oh yeah, I like that.
I like.
Great
Really nice
jigging on that.
cheekbone,
Yeah.
brass liners, and this is quite an unusual one with the blade set. So you've got this is a Herbert Robinson. So you get the normal style pen blade, and then what kind of looks like almost like a spay, but I guess it's an ink pen, isn't it? Because this bit would be used to erase.
Could be, yeah. That sounds about right. Looks about the right sort of.
You can see the tang a bit better on this one. As soon as this streaming platform lets you see things, you can see it there. Look.
Nice tang.
But the snap is fantastic on it. And it's done in such a way, you can kind of see the cutout in the blade. If I hold it this way, you see the tang here. There's that little cutout section of the blade cants to the side. And it's the opposite then on the main blade. So they fit beautifully like that. So it means you can have them on one spring.
Well thought out engineering, that.
Yeah.
Holden says, Mikey, don't let the show jump off the cliff. He wouldn't know anything about that, would he?
Not me. I'm not a cliff jumper. I'm more of a rock hopper.
I've got a quick question.
Yes, Sean.
I happen to have a lot of pen knives to show.
Yes. I didn't realise we were just showing loads and loads and loads of pen knives.
Maybe we should have told each other what our topics were.
Did you also
No.
pick
No, where's the fun in that?
What was the specific topic? Pin
Mine?
knives?
Yeah, yours.
Yeah. I've got-
Okay, Sean, you can take over.
You go next then, Sean. That makes a lot more sense.
Well,
But what
wait
about
on
my pen knives?
Please tell me you didn't select it for a topic.
Oh, the thing is, I've got the same ones. I got. I'm struggling with my thumbnails because my nails are really badly broken at the moment. But the exact same pen knife with the worked back spring, which is this one was from Tony, from Wales.
So he does gift knives.
But
Next.
I agree. This is the kind of quintessential image of a pen knife, I think, for most of us.
Yeah.
This style with the larger and the smaller blade like that. But again, really inoffensive to carry, something that might be worth considering here in the UK. And I seem to have taken a liking to finding these with the work back springs. As Matt said, they are one of the most common patterns to find when you go out looking at the antique fairs or wherever. So in an attempt to be a little bit more selective, I've been kind of looking out for the ones with the worked back springs.
And how is that attempt to be more selective going?
Not very well.
I seem to have found a lot with worked back springs.
You said that without your lips moving.
Yeah, it's funny that. But so I've got 3 with the ivory covers. Whoops.
2. Yeah.
2 that are kind of exactly the same size. and one that's slightly smaller. However, the two that are the same size have got, where are we? Different workings on the spring.
Mm.
Not gonna.
Are these all recent purchases, Sean?
Yes. So, yeah, they're all very slightly different. I guess that's because it's been done by hand. But then there was this engine turned one.
I like those.
That's my favourite one, the engine turn one with the work back.
Yeah, very
This
nice.
was it's when we went to Norfolk, Mikey, wasn't it? Found
Mhm.
this one. And it was still in the little plastic slip.
Plastic with a little penknife piece of paper in there, like the card.
And these typically are just stamped Sheffield, England, stainless steel, something like, it's all quite generic. There's no maker's mark as such. But again, like Matt says, you can see how the blades are canted to accommodate each other on a single spring.
Yeah, the fact when they do them with the stainless steel covers as well, they're so thin.
Yeah. But it's, even thinner than like an Alox Cadet or something, it's super, super lightweight carry. This was one, where is it? That I picked up in Newark. And this was from that first store that we went to where there was, I think there were, I don't know, £3 each or something like that.
Oh, the cheap knives before we went to the expensive knives.
Oh, was
Yeah.
that where we found the picnicker?
It was, yeah.
Yeah.
But this one just looked fairly generic. And then I spotted on the back, let's see if I can find it to show you.
Butler.
Oh yeah, Butler.
Butler's always seems to be on the back. I don't know why they put their stamp on the back.
It's like a symbol of a key.
Yeah. And that's got a bail on it as well, which is cool.
Yeah. But again, really thin. Still
That was the calm. That store was the calm before the storm hit. Little did we know what we were about to do.
And then there is the Rogers.
That looks familiar. I've got one very similar to that.
Mikey should recognise this.
I don't remember that one at all. Oh, that's the one that went missing from my collection.
Mikey, you'll probably recognise the one I've got.
Oh, bugger.
This one off the sofa. Yeah, it's really nice having these uncovered.
That was a particularly nice one, that wasn't it, Sean, with the bag?
Yeah. Let's see if I can find. This was one, because one of the other things is when we go out hunting, I always like to try and find knives from different makers. So the thing with these little pen knives is you can do that without having to spend a fortune a lot of the time.
Yeah, they're generally the cheapest ones. Like,
And so many of them made a pen knife, so it makes it.
Yeah.
There's a tailor's eye.
Everybody made a pen knife. I think it was probably the most made Sheffield knife pen knives.
It's a tailor's eyewitness there. I think I paid £3 for this, so you can have like the big brand stuff for not a lot of money, especially if you like collecting the different sort of Sheffield brands. Even this one here is tiny, but this is a TL in Vulcan, and when I say tiny, I mean it's
Titchy.
It's just over 2 inches. But again, it's another different manufacturer.
That blade would still do most jobs that you need it to during the day, wouldn't it? To be fair.
Oh yeah.
You could get stuff done with it.
I can't believe we both picked penknives.
That's funny.
Mikey, can we see your penknives?
Well, we were meant to keep it secret so that, it would be a surprise, but then it ended up being a problem when you have the same topic.
As if Roger. And it says on there, Cutlers to His Majesty, which obviously dates it somewhat. It was pre Queen Elizabeth, put it that way.
Mm-hmm.
So the earliest it would have been was very early 50s, but probably considerably older than that.
And even these really old ones are still like dirt cheap.
Yeah, you can just like you say, you can get them. They're so plentiful. This was a bit of a flashy one, which it's a Needham Brothers one, and it's got the coined. I don't know whether it's going to show on this camera, but the brass liners are coined. And as well as that, on the back, you have this nail tool with a file on the underside.
Yeah, that's a really cool one. I really like the ones where they put different stuff on, like the nail tool, the file, and things like that.
Yeah, and it's still in a small package, but again, it's still in good condition with the covers. I've got a crack on the mother of pearl, but blades and everything have got a great snap.
I will say, whenever we go out, it always seems to be the ones that are the best condition of penknives. I know we do see some absolute diabolical messes, but the penknives always tend to be the ones, because no one's hard use in a penknife, are they? So they tend to be the better sort of condition ones.
Although we do find a few that have been through the mill.
Oh, some have been absolutely battered.
And then we find some that look great, and you open the blades up and they've been absolutely chewed up, and they're asking top dollar for them. And it's
like this one here is just a little IXL. It's a great sort of two-bladed penknife. The pen blade, excellent action. Main blade is now a friction folder.
Yeah.
Oh, the joint's not.
Which is a shame because it's got beautiful pocket-worn bone on it.
Yeah. I see so many that have got lovely pocket-worn bone and bolsters and stuff, but the blades are just destroyed, or they've never oiled the joints, and the action's terrible.
Yeah, and I think it's the spring's worn away on this one. You can see it sort of sits down. There you can see it sort of sits down. So there's no spring left in it in any position. You have to forcibly open and close it, which is a shame.
All right, Mikey, you're up, buddy.
Well, I'm going to need a little bit of interaction because I can't just sit here and talk for 10 minutes.
Well, I will interact with you.
Marvellous. So when I was trying to think of a topic, the thing that's been on my mind the most recently is my large collection of penknives. No, it's the way that my collecting and purchasing is changing rapidly. I'd say even since we got back from Texas, because we've been at almost every weekend buying knives and stuff. And I'm noticing there that I'm not buying as many off-the-shelf knives. I'm tend to get in customs or old knives now. So even I don't carry any plain Victorinox anymore. All the ones that I'm currently carrying are sort of like customs. This is one that was done by Dan, I believe. And then we've got one that I think was done by Slippy.
That's me, yeah.
Yeah, you see. So I'm kind of it sounds bad, but just a plain red Celador scales don't do anything for me anymore. Most of the standard tool sets, I would much rather have the tools that I want, and sort of dump the ones that I don't really use. This is another Slippy one. Was a gift from Elan. This is one that I carry quite a lot. So just going from Victorinox now, I seem to be carrying more customized ones. This is another Slippy one. This is one that I got him to do. I wanted pins showing, and it's the first time that he did that, and it came out brilliantly.
Yeah, pretty good for first attempt.
It was absolutely. I mean, you can't get the tools out open, but it looks great.
I might increase the pulls a bit.
And then I was out again yesterday, and I was picking up again sort of old stuff, and I found this old Walton Home, old box. Still got the paperwork in it and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Hang on, is that a penknife with a clip blade?
Yes,
It's the same one I've got.
But so I'm looking for the old stuff that's in good, usable condition now. This is one I picked up yesterday. Absolutely fabulous little penknife. Yeah. And then I picked up this Rogers Bunny knife with a nice long nail nick.
That's fantastic condition.
It's got the little pen blade as well. Got a really nice action on it.
Normally you see the covers shrink on that, but they've not shrunk at all.
No, these are still pretty good. Feel great.
What's the action like on it?
The pull's really good. I'd say the pull's about a 7. And it closes nicely. Nice. Look, the back springs are pretty good. No gapping. So this is the kind of stuff that I'm picking up now. And to be fair, I can find these generally cheaper than what these companies are making these new for now, or what most new knives cost. This was a blazer that I picked up yesterday, Venture, and it needed a little bit of a clean up, and I put a edge on it. But this is a great knife. Really,
we've
really
all got interest recently, but like those exact ones.
I know, with the pinned on shields. But the really, really worn sort of scales look amazing, and they feel really good as well. So I've been picking up lots of older stuff now. I don't know why, but the older stuff is starting to appeal to me more and more. And then, say for other pen knives and stuff, I've got to say I've mainly been going for Arthurites and Ashley Harrisons. That seems to be, they bring out like a new wood or a something, so I jump on that. Or if I get something made that only 3 or 4 of us have had made, it really appeals to me.
Look at the wood
that's an Ashley Harrison Lanny's, based off of the Twisted Assisted Lanny's, and we had that made in olive wood. I wasn't sure if olive wood was going to work at first, and then when I went to pick them up, look at that! It's just dancing.
Ashley's words were, "I'll get you some decent olive wood."
Yeah, we had them chased as well, going all the way around the curve of the spring, and we've all seen Michael do that now, because we've got the video of it.
Yeah, I can't believe how he was at doing it as well.
And then this was the one from the visit. This one, absolutely, again, like the wood is just amazing. And I think what I'm going for now with the knives that I'm buying, it's not just the knife, it's the aesthetics of it all. When you're getting them handmade and you're getting those kind of choice bits of wood and the back spring working, look, all the way around, right down the blade. These are, and they're still really good, really strong, usable knives. And I know this is quite a popular one amongst the panel.
Oh,
Mm.
I mean, if they actually picks a decent bit of wood for you, you just leave it in his hands, don't you? You don't have to say, "Oh, I really need it to look like this." He always picks wood that really works with that knife.
he does.
It really does. I mean, obviously that's a lot cleaner than a Slippy one.
What are you trying to say?
Nothing. I'm just saying it's got one hell of a action on it. And then I get surprised by stuff like this, which is now you can see the green. Look at that. That
Yes.
knife normally looks black, but you get it in the sunlight because I'm sat right by this window. And now you can see that green, can't you?
Yeah, they come out really well.
But that bird's
blade-
eye pivot.
Blade looks a bit clean.
Did you see the comment from Mark here?
Mikey is turning into Elan.
Look at that. Look at that knife. I mean, if you wanted a Barlow, look, that's just one hell of a Barlow.
What amazed me was the weight on those. They're just so much lighter. And I mean,
just from the lack of the wood on it and the bolsters being in my Carter as well. But this is what's floating my boat now, and it's going down the custom route. This was the one that started it for me for the my Carter.
Oh, that thing is phenomenal.
Again, chased. But these kind of knives are just floating my boat now, much more than most knives you buy off the shelf. It's like, I would say the Victorinox that I like the most you buy from the shelf are just the Alox models, because I think they're great. I think they're absolutely great, but I've even got a custom one of those now. But it's when you get when you get to pick the knife that you want and you get to choose, like, look at it. And I can see my collection staying on this either custom or older knife route now, I think. I think the older knife is because they've got so much character and they've got so much history to them. And I think the custom knives is because I can kind of pick what I want. Yeah. And I feel like they're more me because I've had a lot to do with the input. I've like picked stuff and that, and not given actually a strict set of rules like to go by, but just give them like a brief outline of like what I like, and then he just comes up with a knife. But the other thing as well is the amount of different woods you can get now just in a standard Arthur Wright.
yeah,
You know, this is the Ep93 in olive.
yeah, they're nice, aren't they?
That to me is just, you know, they're so different from most others. That's another Ep93 in Iki.
The olive wood that they're getting is something else.
Was that the ones from chopping boards?
They are, yeah. So Arthur Wright, I believe it was a restaurant that used to serve meals on thick olive wood blocks of wood that, you know, that were like a big square plate for you. And I believe they had an inspector come around, like a restaurant inspector, who asked how old these boards were, and they said, right, you need to get rid of those and just get some new ones in. But they've been through the dishwasher and stuff so many times, they were really seasoned. And they made fantastic knife handles once they've been used, because, you know.
Oh no, that's a shame. Oh no, chopping board's gone.
Chopping board's gone, but I've got a new knife handle.
Yeah, it looks stunning, that olive wood, doesn't it?
It's one of the things I like the most about Arthur Wrights as well is when you go in there and you see where they get their wood from. They don't buy wood blanks. There's like banisters, desks, chairs, bowling balls, where they repurpose the wood from.
So this is repurposed or reclaimed from bowls balls, yeah, from the green bowls, yeah, and that's that lignum, and it's absolutely amazing wood.
That's
got
the
lovely
ligma nutsack, isn't that right?
lignum vitae. It's got a lovely green hue to it. So the fact that you put the green G10 liners on the webs, and you get something like, I just think it works so well. They do such a good job. This one came out well, didn't it? We're calling this the Jap Ashley. Thanks to John.
Again, that's also very clean.
Yes.
Did you now remind just get the spear point nose? Because I know the original a clip point.
It was like a stubby clip.
Has anyone got the original? I might have the original to hand.
I don't. I can get it, but it's not quick.
Ah, I've got it. That was the original Japanese late 80s, early 90s knife.
Yeah.
It had like an offset sort of swedging on the clip, which I thought was really cool. So it's swedged there, but on the other side, it's in a slightly different place.
Yeah.
It had the long nail nick. These are rosewood because of their age, rosewood and brass. I think I picked up 4 of these. Yeah, because Matt's got one, John's got one, Griff's got one. Yeah, 4. So that was the original knife, and I gifted one to Matt, and then Matt said, "Oh, why don't we get an Ashley version of it made?" And this is what we came up with. Well, this is what Ashley came up with.
And the blade shape's actually from an Alox Victorinox.
From the soldier one, I think, wasn't it? Yeah. The one, the knife I dropped off to Ashley is the one that Griff owns, which is why it took so long for it to land to Griff, because Ashley was like using it as a template. But yeah, so unless I find, I don't find many new knives that really ring my bell. It tends to be older patterns that I find that I like that I've not seen before. But then when Ashley makes you a single-bladed trapper.
So I'm exactly the same as you. I think the only new knife I bought recently that I can actually think of, but they're just all Arthur Wrights of patterns I haven't got, like 2-bladed Barlow, the single-bladed Barlow in that wood that Moonraker released.
Oh, well, the new one. There's a new one that like Moonraker's got out. It's a clip point Barlow made by Arthur Wright, and it's in a wood that Tony had, and there's only 21 of them. You know, I think Friday night there was only 16 left. So I think it's so cool that each little shop can have their own runs done.
Yeah, and
this one's in a bog.
None of this exclusivity to each brand. It's Arthur Wrights are very much like, if you want it, you can have it.
Yeah, this is one that Matt will recognise. This was one that actually made for himself.
Yeah. So the story of that is what he showed us and said, "Oh, it's going to be up for sale," but actually wanted some cash to have some work done on his car. I think it's the first time I went to Arthur Wrights. We saw that there. We were walking back to the car. We got back to the car, and Mikey was like, "I'm going to go back and buy it."
So this is what Ashley made. When he made the Jap Ashleys, he really liked the pattern, and he wanted one for himself, and he wanted to try that filing back the blade. So this is what he came up with, and then unfortunately, or fortunately, depending on what you think, he was having a bit of car problems. So he thought, I'm just going to sell that just to get a bit of money in, and it was the exact amount of money that I had in my wallet in cash.
Weird that.
It was like it was meant to be. So I walked all the way back down the road from the car, left Matt in the car, and came back with this knife, and it's absolutely fantastic.
I don't know why you didn't just pick it up when we were in there, because I knew you were going to buy it.
I obviously didn't know.
Just like molesting it. Like you
I-
obviously buy it.
I obviously didn't know, but yeah. So I'm thinking it's odd now. So my Victorinox, I like them customized, especially changing like the scales as a minimum. My knives that I get to pick what I want is an Ashley. I've had a Brock and I've had a Shing as well. So I've got those, and they're both lovely knives, wonderful knives. I'm very drawn to the Ashley way of like making knives and stuff, and the fact where I can see them being made, I can just pop in there, I can chat to him, I can change things halfway through the build, and he's never said no to me. But I do still, but off the shelf knives, it tends to be knives that I like and collect, but they're bringing out a different handle. So a Case Sodbuster, they're John's just pre-ordered me the honeycomb. Because I love Case Sodbusters, and that handle would look absolutely amazing.
A soddy slut, you are.
I'm a soddy slut. I've turned into a Barlow slut as well. I've got to say, yeah. But how it's how things change from when you first start collecting, and you're looking at modern lock knives, and now I'm looking at custom-made slip joints and really old knives. And Matt's gone exactly the same way. Exactly the same way. So it's not just us. When we've got Sean, who always collected lots of old British knives and German knives, we're now getting him going down like the custom route as well.
Oh no!
Oh, no. Terrible, John, isn't it?
Such a terrible route to take.
Yeah.
I'll even say route for Griff to make sure he's not upset.
Route. It's a terrible route that we take, John.
Well, we don't have enough time to have my episode portion of the show, so we're just going to save that for next time. And guess what? Next topic is going to be for next week.
Pen knives.
I've already come up with it because
pen knives.
Nope.
Bucks.
Nope.
Customs.
Lockbacks.
Oh.
Lockbacks or just locking? Or actually lockbacks like a buck?
Lockbacks.
Lockbacks.
Yeah.
Now, well, that won't take Matt very long. He's got 115 112s and 110.
No, that's not correct, Mikey.
112 112s.
No, do not show him today.
No, he's gone. He's so keen, John.
Remove him from the show. I don't want him to spoil it for next week. He's about to show things I don't want him to show. Don't do it.
You know this new format where there's only one boss, right?
I can see him in the preview window. He's flipping me off. He's flipping me off in the preview.
This is becoming like a dictatorship.
Now he's acting like he's performing fellatio. Look at this guy.
This is like John Putin.
I'm sorry.
Look at that face. Look, butter wouldn't melt.
I didn't bring it back.
Butter wouldn't melt.
There's one there.
Okay. Don't show him. We'll save him for next time.
Tony says that
to look forward to, right?
Tony says that we're looking at the core of the inner rectum.
Yeah, and you know what the great thing about Restream is? Now Matt's completely at my mercy. He couldn't bring himself back on.
Yeah, you're an absolute dictator now, aren't you? Absolute power.
Could be if I wanted to be.
Absolute.
You got the first part of that word right.
Well, if we're on Restream, why don't we have time to see yours?
Well, I mean, I'm just trying to keep the show to an hour for our listening audience so they're not bored.
Well, let's ask them if they want to keep going, and then you can do yours.
Okay.
Well, two of those ventures.
That would run next week's show, though. I've already.
Okay. Well, if yours was going to run into next week's show, then I get that.
Sean, did you venture outdoors to get those knives?
Yeah. I brought a few others because I didn't know quite where we were going to go with all of the rest of the show.
Yeah.
How long it lasts.
See, this guy has got contingency plans. Do you guys have contingency plans? No. What is this one, Matt?
That's a venture.
Oh, the Venture, right?
The sheep.
I have a lot more Ashleys. A lot more Ashleys.
Are you gonna? I know what we're gonna do because we have to get this out of your systems. The both of you is just do an all Arthur Wright show.
Yes.
And that can include Ashley's, right?
Anything that's made in that building. So it could also include Haworth.
That's right.
Haworth?
Anything out of that building.
Sean's got some olive wood. Oh, Sean, that's nice. I wish I had one of those.
Oh, I wish I had one as well.
Sean, did you help use that as your design? It's kind of got some similarities. What did he got?
Sean didn't have anything to do with this.
What the hell happened?
His connection died, probably.
Oh no, black screen. Where's he
Oh
gone?
no, Sean's gone.
There he is.
Sean Spring's gone.
Sean's back spring's gone.
Why is yours so much different, Matt? Oh, that's the new one you made. No wonder.
No,
Okay.
this is the one I redid for Sean.
Oh, that's is that zebra wood?
Zebra wood. Great job.
Awesome job. I've got to say, Matt's work of stripping down knives and and repinning and stuff is getting really good.
Are you gonna go in and work for free at Ashley's for a bit since you're getting so good?
I mean, I'd love to.
If it wasn't 4.5 hours away,
like a weekend or something or two, you could just come in. But
they'd have to leave him keys because they don't like to work.
Yeah, well, I'm saying somebody'd have to come in and give him some supervision.
I've got something for somebody else as well. I'm going to show it very quickly.
Well, Mikey, show the one you were showing when I had to cut to him. I didn't want to cut you off there.
Which one was that?
The one that Sean had.
It is? The
one that Sean had that you were showing.
What, the olive wood?
Yeah.
I found something that Lynn would like, so I picked it up.
Hang on, Matt. One thing at a time.
Spoiled it.
Okay. Thank you, sir. What was it?
Oh, yeah. Orange.
Yeah. Cool.
This is cool. Opal Fire, I think it's called.
Nice.
So this is for Lynn because she likes orange.
Thank you, Lynn.
Orange.
Where's she gone? Did she see that?
Orange.
Sean, did she see that?
Sean's frozen.
Oh.
We've got a man down. Man down. Sean, talk to us.
Bring him in.
Are you there? Oh, he is.
Come on.
Come on, Sean. You can pull through, big guy. Come on.
Just only a few more minutes. You can make it. Dutch stack. Yeah, because orange, right? Yep, that makes sense. Yeah.
Shirt's got a Dutch sack.
Mm-hmm.
Different kind of sack.
You couldn't help.
I'm sure he's into Victorinox.
You sure he has it? You sure he has a sack?
Slippy has a terrible mind. It's dark and twisted, and you wouldn't want to go in there, would you?
No. Are you back? Wave.
I'm back.
All right. So, did she see the orange sack, Lynn?
What?
Or did you miss that? Oh yeah, show that again, Matt. We wanted to get Lynn's reaction. Yeah, Lynn's reaction.
Oh.
It's the Opal Fire.
Why does she have a black toothpick inside her?
Because why would you want the boring two colored ones when you can have black?
Oh, okay.
You make a good point.
Intentional choice.
So, Sean, Lynn, this is for you because you like orange.
What if Lynn suddenly decides that she doesn't like orange?
No, he's good.
Well, every knife she owns is orange, so I think
she might go to purple next or navy blue.
Okay. I don't even know what that means.
Okay.
That's
someone help
the Dutch art. That's the people that
Dutch
made
Army knife.
the Dutch
Yeah.
Army knife.
Oh,
Made
okay.
by a Mayfair. Yeah.
Lost. Sorry.
I've got 2, Jerk. Now, I did have 3, but one of them has gone to Stuart because I had a 1973 and Stuart was born in 1973. If anyone ever comes across one from 1971, then we are on the lookout for a 1971 for Mr. Thrifty Kniffy.
Yes. Len likes orange. Yes, Elon. Okay.
We will find one. Even I found a 91, which is currently at Victorinox being rebladed.
Rebladed. I can't wait to see that because it was
shagged.
it didn't have any belly on it anymore. It was more like a straight edge.
Yeah, it was like a melon tester's blade.
All right.
But it's going to come back wonderful, isn't it?
Yeah.
I got to ask each of my panel members, did they feel fulfilled?
Fulfilled. I got to see knives and show knives, always fulfilled.
Was this entertaining for each of you on the panel?
I think it was as entertaining that me and Sean picked the same topic. Ooh.
Are you still Ashleying over there?
I'm still Ashleying. Look.
How did you get that one, Michael?
Forward. I sent somebody some cash and then they got me a knife.
Are you a facilitator?
He was facilitating me, yes.
Can we see the pet seagull before we leave?
Look at that face.
There
It's
is
open the window. Just it will come in.
No, he's gone. If he
He's
comes
gone
back,
now.
if he's
All
come
right.
back on the roof, I'll show you, but
Yeah.
he's gone for now. Wow, Sean's looks like he's through a bathroom window.
What do you have there, Mikey? What are you waving around?
Top secret.
Okay. We'll have to wait.
Wave it around again.
No. Okay, so let me end the show on one thing. If Griff is still in the chat, he'll enjoy this. But I've gotten his custom buck in.
Ah, has it arrived?
It has
Show it.
arrived.
Show
So,
it.
At last. So I can
Yeah.
at last get my birthday knife.
so I will show
show it.
one lot back.
Inspiration for this birthday knife because it was my birthday 15 years ago. That's how it seems.
I gotta say, after having seen this one, it's making
Yeah.
my choice for my next 112 pretty simple.
Oh.
Are you just going to press
Big screen,
reorder?
John. John,
Just
big screen it.
reorder. Just reorder.
Big screen it, John. Come on. Let's see.
Reorder.
Give us the specs.
All right. You know
Anytime
how hard
today's
it is to
fine,
get
old
my
man.
own screen to pop up because you can't see it because of the stupid program. It blocks my ability to see. So let me move myself down, then I can do it. All right, there we go.
Uh-huh.
There
That
we
looks
go.
like a buck 112, yeah, with exposed rivets.
And desert ironwood.
Uh-huh.
Griff's not in the show anymore. He'd be going crazy right now.
He is. He's
He
probably
is in the show.
too busy with both hands to type.
What's he
What's
doing with
the-
the other hand?
What's the
One's-
blade steel, John?
One's in and one's on. Put it that way.
Oh,
Good Lord. Yeah. So Magna Cut, desert ironwood, brass, rivets. That's a nice 112.
Brass does work well with the darker brown woods. Definitely.
Yeah.
That's a nice knife. So is that coming to me and Slippy before it gets to Griff?
It's going to Matt. Yeah. So if it just doesn't find its way to Griff.
Matt, what are you going to do to that?
I'm going to put a thumbprint on each of the bolsters and then send it.
And then lacquer it on.
And what will have you had on your thumb before you put the print on?
Inside parts.
Kentucky Fried Seagull.
Yeah.
That's not Lane's, is it?
That's
No.
not Lane's chicken fingers. It's still chicken here.
It's
Yeah,
Lane
chicken.
seagull fingers.
There you
That
go.
is really nice. That might not
It is
make it to
really
Griff.
nice.
That
Yeah.
might get it intercepted.
might get intercepted. So yeah, that's a great choice. It's worth that $50 extra, I think, after having seen the wood. You know,
Was that
Yeah,
the
well,
wood cost? Was it
Yeah.
$50 for that wood?
more.
just for a
Yeah.
wood kind of thing. Like,
But the advantage of getting the 112 is you do get that brown distress sheet for free. They don't charge you extra.
Which is bizarre, isn't it?
Yeah, it's weird, isn't it? Why do they? Well, they charge you for the 110, but not. I don't know.
Yeah, I said that to Mikey when I ordered mine. I checked, and I was like, I'm sure I didn't pay extra for the brown sheath.
Mm-hmm.
You know when you order a custom, because I can't remember, can you actually order an extra sheath, or do they still only let you order one sheath?
One sheath.
No, just the one sheath. That's all you get. So there you go, Griff. You should be pleased with that. And every time I think I'm going to be shipping out, guys, something else gets ordered. So I guess I got to wait for your Saudis to come now.
Ah,
And your
Just
Barla.
forget those for next time. Just send the box. Forget them.
my butt! I want my butt!
Hey, Sean's full screen, but now he's sideways. What have you done?
I think
sir?
he fell over. Sean, have you been drinking again?
Can you hear me?
I
Yeah.
can't hear you. Yes.
I can't hear you. I've lost all sound.
You know when you go out and you come back in again.
Okay.
So
Well,
I'll
we'll call
turn it
it
off and turn it on
we'll
again.
call it a show since Sean can't hear us.
Can you hear me?
What's going on? Am I sideways?
Yes, you are. All right, guys, that's going to do it for us. For Slippy, for Mikey, for Sean, for our panel. For
Don't forget about Mark's show
Avalanche.
tonight with Sean. They've got the wonderful
Oh.
guest of our greatest moderator that we currently have, Mr. Chirk Fried
Shameless
Chicken.
plug.
the shameless
Oh.
butt plug
Shameless butt plug.
tonight, 9:30 UK time, 3:30 Central Time, US. Catch Mark. Here,
Sure.
we'll bring it up, Mark. We'll bring it up.
Sean Chirk.
There it is.
And don't forget, if it wasn't invented in Holland, in the Netherlands, it's
Doesn't
useless.
exist. Yeah.
Nope, doesn't exist. But that's going to do it for us, guys. Thank you, Cherrick. Thank you, Ambalamps. Thank you, Chris. Thank you for all of our wonderful texters and commenters. Appreciate you coming in today. We will see you next week. We're going to be doing it lockbacks. Slippy, you're going to be available, right? Yep. Okay.
Yep.
All right. And Sean, we got you, right? Okay.
Next week for Sean and Mikey is going to be a
We'll be driving back, won't we?
yeah.
It's going to be a challenge, huh?
Unless we pull over and do it from the motorway services with loads of knives. Maybe not.
Got to have your lockbacks with you.
That's not a problem.
Okay. All right. Lockbacks next week. We'll see you guys then. Take care.